In this video, we're going to discuss why local SEO takes time to get results, and in particular, the difference in expectation between a new business versus an established one. They run at different speeds, and you can expect a different type of result depending on how long you've been around or how long you've been doing SEO. So we're going to break it all down here today with a metaphor that is running. So I do a lot of races, and I think the best way to explain why SEO takes time is with a marathon metaphor. So a marathon is 26.2 miles, and not everybody in the game of life starts at the starting line at the same time. So if you're a newer business, you're the one that's starting on mile 0. And an established business may be starting that race at mile 20. They have 6 miles to run. You have 26 before you will ever catch them. And it's a good metaphor for SEO because other people have spent more time in the market. They've established more credibility both in real life and documented online for search engine purposes. And so what you're trying to do as a new business is carve some market share out from your competitors. There's only so many businesses that can show up in the top 3 of a Maps result. There's only so many businesses that can show up in the top 10 of the organic search results. So it's a limited quantity of businesses that can take up that space, which means that you are competing with everybody in your category. And so when you think about a new business, in order to compete at the same level as a big one, in the marathon metaphor, you'd have to run like 6 to 8 times faster to catch that other business before they get to the finish line. It's just not realistic, okay? So a new business, it takes time to build trust online, even if you have some of it offline. And so when you're starting at 0, it's going to be longer before you see meaningful growth. In other words, you might run half of this race before you start to see your competitors on the horizon. You can't expect to get the same results from mile 12 if you've only run the first 3 or 4 miles. So I want you to understand that. Most newer businesses will take 6 to 12 months of SEO work to see meaningful results. Now, there's a lot that goes into that. In areas where there's less competition, less population, the growth curve is faster. And with businesses that are newer that maybe have had that domain name, Betty's Cleaning Service, for a couple of years before they did something with it, they're going to have an advantage to somebody who just bought the domain. There's many different factors, but all things being equal, the newer business just takes longer to get the trust. So meaningful growth won't start until 6 to 12 months when you look at year over year, but you will see some incremental things happening early on. Now, let's look at an established business. This is the business that's already running the race. They're starting at mile 15. They're starting at mile 20. How long does it take for them to get meaningful results with SEO? Well, it's much faster. Why? Because there's already established trust. There's already reviews in place. There's already a website that's been online for 3, 5, 10, and in some cases 20 plus years. That's established a lot of trust. And so Google's looking at the trust, right? And when you start a campaign as an established business, you already have people that are searching for your business and things that are going well. So when you make small adjustments to different pages on the website, you start adding more pages to the website, you do other things that would power up the website, Google's already got the trust for you. It recognizes that you've added these new things. It includes those in its index, and then right away it starts popping stuff off. Right? A good example of this is our company, Digital Harvest. We're a well-established brand. The website's been around for like 8 years at this point, and we published a lot of content on it. And so when we first started, if we published a blog post, we may never get found online for that blog post. Recently, with making these videos much more frequently and the blog posts that go with them, we'll put this up on the internet, and we're getting traction within the first few days. And that's what you get when you have an established brand that Google already trusts. You'll publish new things, you'll add stuff to the website, you'll power it up, and it's much more responsive. So you can see real, meaningful growth as an established business in just 3 to 6 months. Oftentimes we see big moves happen in the first 60 to 90 days because we're just tightening up the gaps between where our client is and the next closest competition. And that responsiveness from Google is because there's already trust in place. So hopefully this video has helped you understand and get a better perspective on why local SEO takes time. Didn't want to explain it to you with a bunch of technical jargon and talk to you about why Google's algorithm works the way that it does. Just wanted to give you a simple metaphor to understand. Newer businesses take longer to see the result. More established businesses are going to see results much more quickly. And so if you're engaged with an SEO company and you're a well-established business, your website's been around for a long time, you had search traffic before you came to them, and it's been 6 months and it doesn't seem like stuff's changing, now you know. Now you know. The change should have already happened, and it might be time to find another provider. If that's the case, maybe you give us a shot. There's a link in the description below this video. You can hop on my calendar or somebody on my team and discuss where you've been, what your current goals are looking like, and we can help you find the perfect strategy to marry the two together and help you achieve your goals this year and in the following seasons for your company. So if that's of interest to you, book that call. I also encourage you to check out the other related videos and things on our channel. I'll put those in the description as well. We cover all types of local SEO strategy, things to look for, how to audit your SEO company. All of that's on our channel. I hope you consider subscribing and checking out the rest of our videos in the description below. You got questions, comments, pop them below this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching my video. If you like this one, you'll love some of the other videos we have posted here on our channel that help blue-collar business owners get more out of their digital marketing. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, check out the other videos. If you got questions or comments, post them below. I look forward to catching you on the next video. Bye for now.